What's up everybody, VegBB here. Today I will be doing an Overwatch hero guide on Pharah today. So I'm just going to get right into this, so let's get started. I'm just going to go over some few notes and who she's weak against and strong against. So she's weak, the heroes that she's weak against are Widowmaker, Soldier, McCree, Ana, and Zenyatta. 3 of those are hit scans, of course. Widowmaker, Soldier, and McCree. See, Zenyatta, on the other hand, he has his discords, and if he lands an orb or 2, he can take you out very quickly. See, Ana's damage doesn't fall further away target it is, and her scope allows her to land the very precise shots on you while you're in the air. So, the heroes that Pharah is strong against are Roadhog, Reaper, Junkrat, Genji, Tracer, Mei, and Symmetra. All of those usually don't have range, and that can't hit you in the sky. One more hero that she's weak against, and probably the most effective against Pharah, is Torbjorn. Since he has his turret, and his turret auto locks on the target, the closest target that is nearest to the turret. So try to let your team know to take down the turret for Pharah, since it can take you down in midair in maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and then your team can have a 5v6. So here are some notes about Pharah. So your hover charge, which is when you hold jump, is limited. So knowing the maps in Overwatch is key. You need to know the high ground positions, because those give you good positions and precision shots, so you can land those precision shots from a good distance without being possibly noticed until a few seconds later. So Mercy is like your best buddy as Pharah. So keep an eye, if you have a Mercy, keep an eye on the Mercy, because if she's in trouble, use your jump jet, which is your LB ability, L1 on PlayStation, L shift on PC. That is when you go in the air to give her an escape route. Use that, and then she'll fly to you for an easy escape route. Then she'll probably poke you, since you saved her life. You are very vulnerable using your barrage. So sometimes it's better to hold on to it until those hit scans in Zenyatta or Ana or Torbjorn are down, and the turret, rather, is down, since everybody can shoot you midair if they notice you. So get those hit scans down, let your team know, get your counters down, so then you can have an ultimate barrage. Maybe a quad kill, whatever it may be. Practice using your concussive blast. If you can use it, probably it can propel you and make you a lot more mobile. So use it to escape or to reach the back line of the enemy instantly. So I like to use this if I'm coming out of spawn. I just get myself a few inches more, because then when I go into the fight, it's ready. It's ready to use after the cooldown. And also you can use it to escape also, and you can surprise the enemy by using it, then knocking that barrage if you have it ready. So using barrage from a high altitude is practically useless, since they know that you're there. Take some time practicing to get a feel for the optimum range. Try to put your barrage closer to the enemy, because they already know that you can shoot you. They have, especially those snipers, they have a better vantage point of hitting you. Try to coordinate with your teammates, so you can have a very good combo, like your friend Zarya. Not only grabbing on Surge and excellent setup, her barrier can protect you from abilities like Roadhog's hook or on a sleep dart. One direct hit and one indirect hit is enough to kill a 200 HP target. So if you're going against a McCree or a Genji, if you hit him one direct hit, that's enough damage for you to have an indirect hit on them, so they still take damage, to take them down. So make sure you keep that in mind. So you can kill them in 2 shots. That's all you need. Just one of them direct, one of them indirect. Pharah can move unpredictably while in midair, making her an easy target for long-range characters like like all of the hit scans, McCree's Soldier 76 or Widowmaker. Pharah's Concussion Blast is the strongest ability to deny the enemy's team high ground, knocking the enemy's supports or tanks off of it can split them from the team and make them easy targets. Also with the snipers, if you can get them off the high ground, they are very vulnerable on the low ground. Don't be afraid of staying on the ground if staying in the air is too dangerous. If they have like 2 snipers, it's okay to stay on the ground. The whole point of Pharah is to not be on the air the whole time. If you need to be on the ground for some time, do it to avoid those snipers. This is especially important while facing turrets and snipers like I just explained. Using Pharah's Concussion Blast, this can interfere with Reinhardt's charges. Also, you can knock the enemies off the map. So, a few other heroes that I did not mention, like Hanzo or Sombra or Orisa. See, Sombra, you have to keep a range of her because she can hack you if you get close enough. If you're not paying attention to her, then you're very vulnerable. And Hanzo, he can easily, if it's a good Hanzo, if you know the guy, if he's taking you down, the Hanzo, like 3 times, you know you should probably either get him off the high ground, switch off, or let your team know to kill him first, so then you can have a big advantage against the enemy team if they don't have any more hit scans or snipers, really. See, the thing is with Junkrat is that he can't land his grenades in midair unless he's like in Masters or Grand Masters. Like, a lot of Junkrat mains cannot land their grenades one after the other at a Pharah in midair. And see, also with Pharah, there are a few flanks that you can take while on attack or defense while on some maps, like Achenwald. On the first point, you can go around. If you go on the right side, you can take that ledge all the way around. Like if you saw in the beginning, I took that way all the way around with my jump jet and got around the enemy.
Right on target.
And I did damage the enemy by going over the wall. And also, some other maps that she can useful is that basically you need, like Washport Gibraltar, you can surprise the enemy just by like hiding under the ledge, thinking that you suicided, but then you come back up with your jump jet. If you have it, or your hover, you can barely make it, or you can use your hover to save to get your jump jet ready, not on cooldown. So then you can surprise them from the back. And her, you have 6 shots with your. You have 6 rockets that you can shoot. So make sure that you use them wisely. You just don't want to use them just shooting them randomly. Especially, and use these to take down Reinhardt's shields. That's the thing. It can take down shields insanely easily. And also, with this, you need to basically, if there's a lot of, even if like you don't have your ultimate and there's a lot of enemies in one spot with like a Orisa, a Reinhardt, a Bastion, and like a Torbjorn, your rockets do splash damage. So if you shoot them all in there without taking, you can take damage but without dying, then you can be more effective and do damage to all of them, not just the turret, for example. Splash damage with her rockets is very crucial because if they only, for example, Soldier 76, if his Helix rockets didn't do damage, then they would be basically useless. You'd have to get a direct hit each time to be able to make them useful. Also with Pharah's rockets, if you have to direct hit in order to do any damage, and that's, see, they fly through the air. They take a few seconds unless you're 2 feet away from the enemy. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Like, subscribe, share this video with someone else, and I'll see you in the next one. Always eat vegetables.